Hi everyone, Valeria here, and this week I'm doing spring cleaning. I love this time of year because it's a chance to reset and renew. I want your pantry to be stocked with items that you love. So in this video, I'll be making swaps to upgrade your pantry to work for your body and not against it. Here are some bad items, and I'm gonna show you how to swap these items for better options. So we're gonna get rid of this. The average American consumes approximately 20 pounds of pasta annually. However, refined pasta has fewer nutrients than whole grain, since the milling process also removes many of the grain's nutrients. To swap your favorite pasta, I have two recommendations. My first recommendation is whole grain pasta because it's beneficial to your overall health. It helps to improve digestive health, helps lower heart disease, stroke, and obesity, and provides vitamins like zinc, vitamin B, and folic acid, which are essential for properly bodily function. My other recommendation is pasta made from chickpeas or lentils, which will help you increase protein and fiber consumption, and contains resistant starch that may help stabilize blood sugar and improve gut health. To make your pasta even more nutritious, you can add zucchini or even any frozen vegetable that you have in your fridge. Now let's talk about pasta sauce. Many sauces are made with concentrated tomatoes, spices, and other flavorful ingredients that make it easy to evenly dress any kind of pasta in just one spoonful. There are also dozens of alternatives at the grocery store, ranging from classic marinara or mushroom-based to the more adventurous flavors like garlic pesto or Alfredo. Unfortunately, all these options are high in sugar and salt. You should know too that low sodium does not mean no flavor, and too much sodium in your diet can increase the development of high blood pressure and ultimately the development of cardiovascular disease. Meta-analysis and systematic reviews have concluded that high sodium intake is associated with high blood pressure, kidney function, cardiovascular disease, and mortality rates. The World Health Organization recommends that adults consume less than 5 grams of salt per day. This is less than 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Children between ages 1 to 3 should consume less than 1,200 milligrams, and children between ages 4 and 8 should consume less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. Some pasta sauces can contain up to 400 milligrams of sodium. However, some taste tests have found that consumers don't find a big difference between high sodium pasta sauces and those containing only 150 milligrams. When selecting the perfect pasta sauce, I want to recommend to look for simple ingredients such as tomatoes, onions, basil, and other spices, and avoid those that have added salts or added sugars or even added oils. I want to encourage you to look at the nutrition label and just check for the sodium levels. In this pasta sauce, they're gonna be found right here. It's 260 milligrams. And also look at the total sugars right here and total added sugars. The ingredients are gonna be over here. There's like simple ingredients like tomatoes, tomato puree, onion, extra virgin olive oil, salt, garlic, basil, and white pepper. However, as you can see, this pasta sauce only contains 260 60 milligrams of sodium. Now the other option that I found, this is a little bit of less expensive alternative, is this Rouse, and you can see here the nutrition label. This one has 330 milligrams of sodium, a little bit higher than the previous one, but it still is a pretty good option. No added sugars and only 4 grams of total sugars right here. And the ingredients, I really like the ingredient list right here. It's very simple. It only has peeled tomatoes, olive oil, carrots, salt, celery, and basil. Another suggestion that I want to say is that if you miss the salt or the flavor, you can always punch up the flavor without sacrificing your health. You can add basil, oregano, or even a pinch of Himalayan salt, which is saltier than regular salt, providing the same flavor with less quantity. So now I have another jar of tomato paste, which is another staple. This is key for easy weeknight dinners, but it's got a lot of sodium as well, and sometimes added sugars. So I like this brand instead, and this brand has no salt added. And the only ingredient in this jar right here is tomatoes. So we want to enjoy the natural sweetness of tomatoes without artificial sweeteners that sometimes are added to the staples. Okay, let's see what I got here. Peanut butter, which is found in every American pantry. This brand right here unfortunately has roasted peanuts, and then the second ingredient is sugar. The third ingredient is hydrogenated vegetable oil. It has salt, molasses, mono, and just like added preservatives. This jar contains like 3 grams total sugars, and yeah, it has a lot of other stuff besides just peanut butter. So I know we can do better and upgrade our pantry with this one. And the price wasn't a big difference. The same is like same brand, but this one is better. This one only has organic dried roasted peanuts and sea salt, the only 2 ingredients. So here is where you're gonna find the amount. Here it says 2 tablespoons, and then you're gonna find that the caloric for 2 tablespoons is 180, and all the nutrition facts here are based on those 2 tablespoons. So Americans eat approximately 7 million pounds of peanut butter every year. Peanut butter is more American than apple pie. Natural peanut butter and peanuts have low glycemic index, and they're also high in sodium, which provides protective benefits against the development of diabetes. One of the ingredients we can find in processed peanut butter is palm oil, which is the second largest consumed vegetable oil in the world. The palm oil is high in saturated fatty acids, about 50%, and consumption of palm oil as a source of dietary fat does not pose any additional risk for coronary artery disease when consumed in realistic amounts, which sometimes we don't know what they are. However, high palm oil levels in the diet can induce the toxicity in the liver. So my recommendation here is when purchasing nut butters, just check for the ingredient list and check that the main ingredient is the actual nut that you're purchasing, either almond butter or peanut butter, and it doesn't have added sugars or other oils. You can still purchase butters or nut butters with palm oil, but be sure that you're sticking with the recommended amount listed in the label so you avoid overconsumption of saturated fats. Alright, so let's talk about bread, which is my favorite. We're gonna ditch the white bread. So now we're gonna swipe white bread for whole wheat bread or sprouted bread. Carbohydrates are the primary nutrient in bread, and they provide the body with fuel. However, foods made with highly processed grains cause blood sugar to spike soon after eating, which can eventually contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes. And furthermore, processed carbs also lack fiber, so a person will not feel full after eating them and will crave more food again soon after. It is important to be mindful of the amount of processed carbs that we're consuming daily. I want to show you here the things that I'm talking about. I have this white bread here, and we are gonna find that the fiber intake or the fiber content here is less than 1 gram. It only has 2 grams of added sugar. We don't worry about that, but the fiber content is like very concerning when eating just white bread, and also because it's gonna spike your sugar levels. So when looking for a healthy and nutrition option, it's important to seek out breads with higher nutritional value. Whole grains are an excellent source of many essential vitamins and minerals, particularly protein, B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and selenium, as well as a higher fiber content than unrefined breads. Sprouted bread is another great option because it's a unique type of bread made out of various legumes such as barley, oat, millet, and lentils. And this bread provides benefits of a wider range of amino acids compared to whole wheat bread. Additionally, sprouted grains are much easier to digest than other whole grains, and the sprouting process enhances the bioavailability of some vitamins and minerals. So here I have a great option, and this just has a lot of seeds in it, and it's a whole wheat bread that I really enjoy. And as you can see here, the fiber content is 4 grams. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's gonna be here. The dietary fiber is 4 grams. And it's just like one slice compared to the other one. The other bread that I really like is the brown rice bread. As you can see, I'm almost out of this bread. And same with the bread. Like this one has 2 grams of dietary fiber. It's gonna be right here. So 2 grams of dietary fiber per slice. So now let's talk about cereal. We're gonna get rid of this. Swapping sugar cereals for better options. We must be aware of the startling truth. Many breakfast cereals such as Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms can contain unhealthy amounts of added sugar. One bowl of a kid's fruit flavored corn puff cereal contains an astonishing 7 teaspoons of sugar. And this type of diet has been linked to an increased risk for prediabetes and diabetes type 2 due to the raised insulin levels that come from sugary, starchy foods. And it can lead also to obesity because it increases fat storage in our bodies. So it's important to become educated about healthy breakfast alternatives. But even cereals that are marked as healthy are often full of processed sugars. Some better options that I want to talk about include Food for Life organic cereal, Magic Spoon, and the Kind Healthy Grains granola. It is important to stick to the service size shown in the nutritional label and consider adding fresh fruits like berries or a banana to your cereal for a burst of nutrients. Adding chopped nuts makes for a satisfying crunch, and the nuts provide your body with brain-boosting healthy fats and protein for muscle repair and all-day energy. So I want to show you what the serving size looks like. This is the nutrition facts, and the serving size for a snack is going to be a 1/3 cup, and this is a 1/3 cup. And this one, a 1/3 cup has 5 grams of sugar and it has 2 grams of protein. Just keep in mind that the daily intake of added sugar is 24 grams. So I'm gonna show you with the measuring cup, and I'm gonna add this to the bowl so you can see how much that's gonna be. So not very much. It's not the whole bowl that is gonna contain all those benefits. Even if it's healthy cereal, just ensure, or my recommendations, just ensure that you're checking at the nutrition facts label and seeing the portion size. Okay, so lastly, I want to talk about some staples that should be included in your pantry. And the first one is canned fish or chicken, like tuna. This item can be used on the go and is a great source of protein, and you can use it in a sandwich or just to prepare a pasta salad. The other staple is canned beans. Canned beans are a great source of protein and fiber, and make sure that you purchase low sodium or rinse them with water before eating them. The other item is frozen fruits and vegetables, or even canned vegetables. Canned fruits and vegetables can be less expensive than buying them fresh, and it's just a great option. They're gonna last longer. Frozen fruits and vegetables are my personal favorite. I always have frozen zucchini, or like a frozen mix of Mediterranean vegetables in my freezer. And I also keep frozen fruits just to add to my smoothies. The other staple is brown rice, and other whole grains like couscous, quinoa are just healthy and versatile. You can also use old-fashioned oats to add to your smoothies or make the protein balls. Quinoa or couscous can be added to your favorite salad to add complex carbohydrates and more fiber. Nuts and seeds or nut butters, they can be added to salads, your smoothies, or even spread over a piece of toast. They're packed with healthy fats and protein, and the roasted unsalted nuts are definitely my favorite. Making these changes is as easy as reaching for a better option in the grocery store. These are items people eat all the time, so giving them a makeover makes a huge difference. Alright everyone, that is it for today. Thank you again for tuning in. You can stay connected with me and Nutriologic every week by tapping that bell and clicking subscribe below. All recipes and links are found in the show notes. If you're interested in a more personal nutrition journey, whether a patient or somebody wanting to improve their health, learn more about my programs at www.nutriologic.com. I will see you next week, and happy eating. Bye.